Good evening and thank you for joining us. You are watching the 9 at Night. I am Andrew Seeley. Right now, San Antonio police are looking for the person who killed a man as he lay in bed. The thing is, the person who opened fire did it in a drive-by shooting. The shooting happened in the 4600 block of Callahan Road. According to officers, someone drove by a home there and started firing. The 18-year-old man in his bed was hit and killed. The victim's father found him and called police. Investigators found shell casings on the street, but no sign of the shooter. Police are also trying to solve the murder of a 20-year-old man on October 15th. Here's what we know. 20-year-old Amari Lovings was gunned down in a parking lot on Babcock Road near De Zavala. Police say he was with another person who got into an argument with a separate group of people. One of those people took out a gun and fired several shots. No one in that group has been identified yet. Lovings was hit in the neck and died on the scene. Police are asking for information so they can identify and find the suspects. So if you know anything about this, call Crime Stoppers. The number is 210-224-STOP. Unfortunately, San Antonio firefighters were busy this morning. A fire burned a restaurant to the ground and ripped through a truck stop. It happened at the Flying J and Denny's near I-10 East and Foster Road on the east side. Around 5 a.m., the fire started in the Denny's kitchen and quickly spread throughout the entire building. In the process, the fire took out the truck stop and attached convenience store. It took hours for firefighters to get the flames under control. A truck driver sleeping in his truck just 100 feet away says he had no idea what was going on until he woke up.
I'm parked right where that yellow sign is. I'm parked right there, and I didn't hear a thing. I was out like a light.
Now, no one was hurt, but one fire truck was too close to the fire and was damaged. The city of Uvalde is tired of waiting for answers. They are now filing a lawsuit against the Uvalde district attorney to have files pertaining to the Robb Elementary School shooting released. That lawsuit was filed today. City leaders say DA Christina Mitchell Busby has consistently blocked efforts to obtain critical information that would allow its independent investigator to evaluate the actions of law enforcement officers at the scene according to mandated policies and expectations. The lawsuit is requesting that a judge order Mitchell Busby to turn over pertinent documents to the independent investigator only under a confidentiality and non-disclosure agreement. We will, of course, stay on top of this story and let you know how it develops. Back here at home, the San Antonio City Council appointed Mike Gallagher to serve as the temporary replacement for Clayton Perry in District 10. The vote was unanimous. It comes after Perry admitted he was responsible in a hit-and-run crash and chose to take a leave of absence from his council seat. City Hall reporter Garrett Berger tells us more about Gallagher.
The San Antonio City Council started its meeting with an empty chair, but by the end had invited a familiar face to join them.
Welcome back, Mike. Congratulations.
Mike Gallagher was the D10 councilman immediately before Clayton Perry, representing the Northside District from 2014 to 2017. His experience seemed to give him the edge over the other two candidates City Council interviewed.
I wanted to know which candidate seemed to be most familiar with the current work of the council office, or who could come up to speed, the fastest.
The retired Air Force officer is now the head of the Northern Hills HOA and the Northeast Neighborhood Alliance. His top three priorities, he says, are supporting police and fire, infrastructure, and better support for code enforcement, though he's not looking to shake things up in the D10 office.
We make sure everything runs smoothly from the District 10 office, that all of the programs and projects that we have underway, that they continue to go.
Gallagher says he spoke with Perry on Tuesday, and they did absolutely continue to lean on him for help.
I think it's very, very important that if we're going to have continuity, we have to hear from what Councilman Perry has to say on these issues, and I will take them into consideration.
Perry started his leave of absence on November 14th after being charged with failure to stop and give information in a November 6th crash. Perry has not resigned, and Gallagher's appointment only lasts until Perry returns or his term ends in June.
Mike Gallagher making it clear, though, that he only plans to fill this seat for a few months at most. He said he does not plan to run in the May 2023 election. At City Council, I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
It did not take long for more women to come forward after police arrested a Bernie gymnastics coach and camp counselor on sex charges. Today, two additional female athletes in Houston allege that Michael Spiller sexually abused them as well. Their attorney, Michelle Simpson-Tugel, says they are pursuing legal action. Tugel is known for representing former Team USA gymnasts against former team doctor Larry Nassar, as well as other high-profile cases. She did not say when the alleged abuse took place, nor what paperwork has been filed. This week, Spiller was arrested and charged in Kendall County on 2 counts of indecency with a child. They involved 2 separate incidents, one that allegedly occurred on a bus ride and one involving a victim who was attending a summer camp at the Bernie Gymnastics Center. Now let's look ahead to the weekend. Meteorologist Adam Caskey has your forecast.
Damp and drizzly tonight, and that's going to be the case all the way through the morning commute. So wet roadways and reduced visibility to start the day on your Friday. 51 degrees in the morning, and we should make it up to about 68 with a few peaks of sunshine in the afternoon, but get ready for another round of drizzle to set in pretty quickly shortly after sunset Friday evening. Saturday, cold front arrives, so a little bit warmer in the morning than the afternoon. 63 and humid to start. By the afternoon, we'll drop down into the upper 50s with some lower humidity, but cloudy throughout, and more morning fog and drizzle Saturday and Sunday with a few sprinkles here and there. Sunday, though, we rebound into the 60s, and next week, more consistent temperatures in the upper 70s.
And those 70s can't get here soon enough. Some people are having trouble paying their electric bill. Right now, CPS Energy says more than 200,000 customers are overdue, and together they owe 6 times the amount CPS is used to seeing. KSAT's Camelia Juarez has the shocking numbers and how you can keep your lights on.
They divided it to 72 payments because I'm $1,000 overdue.
Behind on her electric bill, this CPS customer says because she is paying for surgery and car repairs. She's not alone. Jeanette Coates just paid off her overdue balance through a payment plan.
You know, is it going to get cut off? And they're like, no, just always pay.
CPS Energy says nearly 20% of customers have overdue bills. The average outstanding bill is $900. Deanna Hardwick with CPS says many customers were not paying because of the 2020 moratorium during COVID and the winter storm surcharge.
We saw with high gas prices and the extreme heat, many people did experience really high bills this year. And there are folks out there that haven't paid their bills in over 6 months.
In February of 2020, CPS reported $36 million in outstanding bills. That number has now risen to $207 million. Coates encourages other customers with outstanding bills to get on a payment plan.
They worked with you. I mean, it was no hassle. You know, the people are pleasant. No notices, you know, those pink cards or whatever.
CPS Energy has resumed disconnections unless the customer is on a payment plan. You can set that up by calling the number on your screen or going to KSAT.com. CPS staff will see if you qualify for assistance and they can help you create a payment plan. Camelia Juarez, KSAT 12 News.
All right, here is some better news for you. Gas prices are dropping across the nation. For us here in San Antonio, gas prices averaged $2.69 today. That's according to GasBuddy.com, and that's also down 10 cents this week and a big 44 cents from last month. And I hope y'all are ready because the annual Rock and Roll Marathon is almost here. No joke, this weekend, downtown San Antonio will be inundated with runners. On Saturday, there will be 5K and 10K races, and Sunday is the main event, the marathon. Just a heads up, different streets will be closed off, and if you need those details, we've got you covered on all the details on KSAT.com. One more note, if you haven't yet, purchase a ticket to help UTSA pack the Dome tomorrow. The team wants a record crowd for their Conference USA Championship showdown against UNT, and we hope to see the entire city there. With that, we're out of time. The 9 at Night returns tomorrow. Have a great night and stay warm.